So guys, welcome to episode number 10 of my Manchester United career mode series. Huge transfer deadline day, and as you can see, we will be accepting Gundogan into the club, the new star signing for Manchester United. Welcome to Old Trafford. Gundogan, the central midfielder from Borussia Dortmund, has signed for our club for a fee of £15 million. Also, I have taken your guys' comments from the last episode on what I should do with Robin van Persie. Will he be sold in today's episode? We'll have to wait and find out. We have a bit of a cup special episode. The first game of today's episode is against Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup away, and obviously if this game does end in a draw, we will have a second leg, you can say, a replay is actually what it's called. So we'll have a replay if this one does end in a draw. If we lose, obviously we're out of the cup. If we win, we will advance. Guys, if you do want to enjoy today's video, go ahead and drop a like rating. Make sure to drop a comment down below that I can personally respond to, and also make sure to subscribe so you do not miss a video from me. The 4-2-3-1 formation, obviously I've changed up my lineup for this game. Falcao will be starting up front with Mata just behind him, also Januzaj and Young out on the wings, and Gundogan will be starting for this game. His first appearance in a Manchester United jersey. But as you can see in the 15th minute, it is actually Forest with the first opportunity. You can see we try and clear the ball out, but they're just holding the ball around that edge of the area. They make their way onto goal, but the shot does go wide. Probably could have been a better chance there for Forest if you did put that one on target. Obviously, Valdez is in goals. Could have maybe troubled Valdez, but it did go off target. In the 35th minute, you can see that Forest try and put themselves in the lead here. Some great passing play again, and luckily for us, Valdez pulls off a save, and obviously Forest having most of the opportunities. But in the 71st minute, we have a great one with Gundogan as the cross was whipped in to find him with the header, diving header. It goes over the bar, and the game is actually going to end at a 0-0 scoreline, which means we're going into a replay, a FA Cup replay against Nottingham Forest after transfer deadline day. But we've got transfer deadline day coming up, and as I did say before, I have taken your guys' suggestions on what I should do with Robin van Persie, and I'm going to try and buy Jackson Martinez, attaching Van Persie to the transfer offer. So straight swap Martinez for Van Persie. A lot of you guys have been telling me to sell Robin van Persie. He's really a waste, you guys are saying. So I have taken your guys' suggestions, your feedback on obviously my topics in the last episode that you guys did leave. So as you can see, Porto accept that offer straight away. Now we're doing the contract, trying to make him agree with our contract, just giving him what he wants, and let's hope they can accept that, as Derby County will be having Tyler Blackett for a not a season-long loan, a half-season loan. So he's going to finish off this first season at Derby County, and also a 19-year-old centre-back has been put out on loan, which is very nice to see. All these players are still on loan listed from the beginning of this season. As you can see, 3 hours left in transfer deadline day, and Martinez actually rejects my contract offer, which is a bit disappointing to see. We've put in another offer, but as you can see, with 1 hour left, James Wilson has signed for West Brom on a loan deal, and that is the end of transfer deadline day. Robin van Persie is still at the club, and Jackson Martinez has not joined the club. We were so close to sign Martinez, but at the beginning of season number 2, that's the first thing that we're going to do. Try and sign Hummels, and obviously do that straight swap for Van Persie for Martinez. So it was a bit unlucky that we actually didn't sign Martinez, obviously, to end off transfer deadline day. But obviously, we're going to have Van Persie for another 6 months, you can say, another 5-6 months to end off this first season. We're going to see how he goes. And also after that, Valencia did pick up a training injury, and he's going to be out for 8 weeks, which is a bit disappointing to see. But as you can see, we've got the replay here in the FA Cup, and as you could see from my lineup, I'm starting really my strongest lineup. The only 2 changes is Valdez has come into the goalkeeper position for David De Gea, and Van Persie will be playing up front, for Wayne Rooney. Obviously, I want to start my strongest, as much of a starting 11 as possible, because obviously I really don't want to get knocked out of the FA Cup. Obviously, Forest have pushed us to a replay, which means that Forest are really on level terms so far after one game. And as you can see in the early stages of this game, Angel Di Maria, the man that will be starting for this game, obviously, as I did say, I wanted to try and start the strongest starting 11 as possible, because obviously we've got a league game also to end off today's episode. So we're going to try and start the strongest starting 11, and as you can see, Di Maria really did take control for this game. Yet again, Van Persie was nowhere to be seen. Di Maria obviously made it 1-0. He tried to make it 2-0 during stoppage time in the first half, but that one did get saved from the Forest goalkeeper. In the 56th minute, a ball gets played wide to Memphis Depay as he makes his way onto goal, loses the ball, wins the ball back, takes a shot, deflection off Michael Carrick, and from that, Depay has scored a bit of an unusual goal. Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 0, Memphis Depay with a very nice finish there. But as you can see in the 76th minute, coming to the end of this game, Forest tried to get back into it, tried to get a goal to really spice up the game a bit, because obviously 2-0 in the lead, we were controlling this game. They had a chance there in the 78th minute, but the header did go wide of the goal. But in the 90th minute, we tried to seal this victory, trying to pick up another goal, as Depay, his shot is saved from the goalkeeper, and the game has gone to Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 0. So pushing into the final game of today's episode, we have obviously drawn 1 and 1-1, and obviously we will be advancing in the FA Cup. But West Ham United in the Premier League, we're already in February, guys. Can we push on and maybe even try and win the league title? It is going to be quite difficult from obviously those games. We've drawn so many games throughout this season, which is probably going to really hurt our title chances. As you can see, we're sitting second. We are 9 points behind Chelsea, but you know what? Anything can happen. We've only played 22 games. There's about another 16 games to go. Anything could happen. Obviously, Chelsea can drop points. We can push up ahead of them, obviously, by winning games. But there's obviously the other factor that if we lose games, it's going to be quite difficult to actually catch up to Chelsea. My lineup for this game, De Gea will again return for his first game of today's episode, and so is Wayne Rooney. Gundogan also coming into the CDM position and obviously playing alongside Blind, with Young and Depay out on the wings. As you can see, the first goal actually fell in the first minute, really straight from kickoff. Luke Shaw loses the ball, and as you can see, West Ham with Nolan try and get on the attack as Depay does win it back. He plays it to Di Maria. It's Di Maria is going to play it to Wayne Rooney, as he's going to try and play through to Di Maria. Actually does do so, takes a shot just on the edge of the area, and it does rattle the bar. Obviously no goal, but even if it did go in, the linesman did have his flag up, so even if that one did go into the back of the net, it wouldn't have counted. Angel Di Maria was offside, and scores remain at 0-0. But in the 18th minute, West Ham on the attack here, but as you can see, Luke Shaw wins the ball back. A fantastic sliding challenge. What a play here from the young man Luke Shaw. He's going to play to Wayne Rooney in a better position, and he's going to finish it. Guys, what a play from Luke Shaw. One, he made a fantastic challenge to win the ball, a great sliding challenge, great ball to Rooney. He finishes it off to make it 1-0 to us, to put ourselves in the lead. Rooney tries to get on the attack here, actually does lose the ball, and West Ham are going on the attack, as you can see, passing it around. They play to Andy Carroll. He plays it over the top wide to their winger as he makes his way onto goal, plays it to Noble. Fantastic save there from De Gea, and from that we will try and clear it out, but as you can see, West Ham did have another strike after that, but the scoreline remains at a 1-0 advantage to us. In the 39th minute, as you can see, just before half-time, Jenkinson, the Arsenal man, whips it in to find one of the West Ham players in a great position there, obviously out jumping Rojo there to get to that header, but it was safe from De Gea. The game is going to end West Ham United 0, Manchester United 1. And it's a fantastic way to end off today's episode. We will be taking a look at the league table also just before we end off today's episode. As you can see, Chelsea are sitting first. They are on 52 points. Arsenal have jumped into second, but they have played an extra game than us. Let's hope that we can jump back into second position in the next episode. Arsenal is second with 44 points. We're in third with 43 points. Newcastle surprisingly in 4th with 41 points, and Liverpool and Manchester City in 5th and 6th with 40 points. So from 2nd to 6th, there's only a 4-point gap. Things are getting tight in the league. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like rating. Make sure you drop a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe. And other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all on my next video.